privileged to be here today. I've always wondered what the person who does the keynote address does. Today I have to find out. And since I have this unique opportunity, I would like to move this a bit daringly and try and do a keynote address in a slightly different way. For starters, I've requested Mrs. Vijayalakshmi whether I can chop off 10-15 minutes of my talk and throw that open for question and answers. And I've set myself a personal goal that during the next half an hour while I talk to you, I should also provoke you adequately intellectually to put up your hand and ask me a few questions. The first question I ask myself is, why am I qualified to talk here today? And I thought, and that's important because you're putting out your time. I'm coming here ostensibly as a guest. But I should ask myself, in what way am I qualified? So here are my qualifications. After I finished my MBA, and I'm one of the earliest batches of the IIM, I joined a company called Delhi Cloth and General Mills. That was number 5 on the Economic Times list of large companies. You had to be top of the line and uniquely privileged to get a job in Delhi Cloth and General Mills. I got a job as a senior management trainee. I should have gone down on my knees and thanked God fervently. Instead, within 6 months, I resigned. I went on, I was convinced that the future is with the multinational companies. So I went ahead and joined Coca-Cola. And for those of you, incidentally, as an interesting anecdote, I sold Coca-Cola for 25 paisa, 4 annas actually. 25 paisa for a Coke. And we had a really difficult time in places like Tamil Nadu where the company was known as the Fanta Orange Company. And selling Coke was extremely difficult. George Fernandez was a leading politician of those days, and he could not stand the sight of either Coca-Cola or IBM. So he worked very hard in 1971 to start getting rid of them. I saw the writing on the wall. I quit Coca-Cola and went on to join Nestlé's. Nestlé's was a small company then with a revenue of about 7 crores. And I was very keen on being on the marketing side. So I joined Nestlé as a product manager. Now, why am I telling you all this? 5 years into Nestlé, I was handling new products. I had a unique opportunity and the privilege of launching at least 12 different products, new products, introducing them into the marketplace during my 5-year stint in Nestlé. And I told myself, hey, wait a minute. Maybe I can do some of this stuff myself. I don't need to be in Nestlé anymore. And I quit Nestlé in 1977, and in those days, Nestlé was one of the best paymasters going. So only a lunatic would quit Nestlé. I have 5 brothers and sisters, all of whom are convinced I'm a lunatic. And I said, first, I must pick up a few years of advertising experience. So I went on to join an advertising agency. I started the show in Chennai. And then came the Asiad. And I said, color TVs will proliferate. Don't forget, I was from a marketing background. I worked in advertising. And I said, color TVs will proliferate nationally. Women and children in that order will be the most influenced. Is there an opportunity in the market for me to become an entrepreneur? And let me identify a product which goes to either women or children. I was married by then, and I figured that trying to offer a product to women might be a difficult job. I had some experience on the matter. So I said, let me look at the children's market, and I identified bubblegum and chewing gum as an opportunity. Some of you might remember a brand called Big Fun. We were the market leaders nationally briefly, so I had that dubious distinction of even being a market leader in that area. That was the company I launched. And although I had a very difficult time for 20 years, I'm singularly proud of the fact that I applied a certain logic and became an entrepreneur of the kind that you are today. So I've been around, I work for multinational companies, I've been an entrepreneur, I've suffered all the pangs of an entrepreneur, I've faced up with the bureaucracy, but somewhere in the 90s, it suddenly dawned on me that bubblegum and chewing gum is not going to be around forever. Now, time will tell whether that's correct or not, but I saw the internet coming and I said I have to reinvent myself. And I said, if I can reinvent myself, I can do something over here, because I'm not a technologist, and technology will need a good interface with marketing. And so, I started reading, and reading, and reading. I must be honest about it, I am not a technologist, but I must also confess that I have a very, very good understanding of what technology can do.